There's been a great controversy in the reverse mortgage world for at least as long as I've been doing reverse mortgages. And shoot, I've been helping seniors since 2008. And the big controversy, which even though the program keeps getting better and better, it improves, it helps scores of seniors. The controversy is, should I use my house, use my home to stay at home and help myself and use my equity kind of like using a 401k or my other assets? Or should I just save everything for the kids and live in, I don't know, poverty sounds like a dramatic word, but in some cases, let's put it this way. Should I save everything for the kids and not live my best retirement? That is the big controversy. Now, what I've seen, I'm going to kind of go over what I've felt and what I've seen and what I've experienced from the over 400 seniors and their family members that I've helped. And fortunately, most of them, most of the folks that I work with are in a good spot where they realize that their house is their own, right? But anyway, before that, my name is Jason Eichmiller. I own and run Key Home Lending and Reverse Mortgage Reality. My contact information is below. If you want to reach me and see if a reverse mortgage can work for you, I'm glad to help. My phone number is 888-309-9705. Email is jason@keyhomelending.com. And if you want to just visit the website, see other seniors' testimonials, and schedule a time to chat, you can go to www.reversequotes.com. All right, now that's out of the way. Let's talk about you and your home, or maybe if you're an adult child looking at this for your parents, let's talk about your folks and their home and how they got where they are. Now, if you own a home that's free and clear or close to free and clear in today's world in 2023, I don't know if you're good, I don't know if you're lucky, but you've been along this journey for a while. You did the right things. You bought your home. You probably bought it with a mortgage. You put your kids through school. You had so many financial responsibilities. You did it all. You lived a good life. And now, just by living that good life and making those payments that we all, I mean, nobody wants to make a mortgage payment, but you did it. And now you're sitting on, especially in today's economic world, where even though the stock market's down, everything else is down, there's doom and gloom, your home is worth a lot more than it used to be valued at, right? Look at your equity. Just take a look at, if you have a mortgage, take a look at your mortgage balance. If you don't have a mortgage, you don't have to. You can't. But then take a look at how much your house was worth when you first bought it and how much your house is worth now. It's drastic, right? Absolutely drastic. So you can give yourself a little silent round of applause for doing things the right way. So now let's take a look at what you can do with that house. And backing up, and again, I don't want to talk too much doom and gloom, but what we've experienced in the past, say, year and a half, with the Fed increasing the interest rates, our investments have dropped pretty drastically. Depending on what you're in, if you're a little bit more aggressive, then your investments have dropped tremendously. Even if you were investing in the S&P or a big index, you have less money in your retirement account now than you had a couple of years ago. I know this because I know you. No, I don't. I know this because I know these trends. And at the same time, to beat the dead horse, your stocks are down, your investments are down, but your home is worth, you have so much value in it, which is terrific. Well, at least the having a lot of value in your house part is terrific. So now here comes the great controversy, right? Sounds dramatic, kind of is, but this is what I get from a lot of folks. Now, what I will find is that the empowered folks, meaning the folks that have done pretty well in life, and they're just looking at their retirement accounts, they're saying, yeah, I'm used to living a good life. I'm a little bit worried that my retirement isn't going to be as good as I wanted it to be. It's still going to be okay, but I want it to be better. And the reason, again, is that the assets that they have to draw down their retirement accounts have dropped. So those sort of folks, for the most part, by and large, about 80, I don't know the exact statistics, I don't keep it, but the feel that I get from talking with folks like this is that for the most part, they want to use their home's equity. They'd say, hey, if I have $1 million home and I'm in my 70s, well, what if I could get three or $400,000 out of that? Not to really use right now, but just to set in a credit line that grows. So when I need to use it down the line, or if the market continues to tank, I can use this money, the money from this reverse mortgage credit line, and not take out of my assets that have gone down. And then if you bring taxes into it, if you have qualified money, which means that when you take it, Uncle Sam gets a piece of it, that gets even more dramatic. It gets even more drastic. So to rewind a little bit, smart folks who have been around the block for a while and have done great things, but can look at great things, raising their families, raising their children. They checked off all the boxes, but they can look at their retirement accounts now and objectively say, "Whew, I know I'm getting Social Security. I might be getting a pension, but there's a lot less in there now than there was before. And I don't think that's enough to keep living retirement the way that I want to. It isn't enough to thrive in retirement." Those folks intelligently thankfully their financial advisors and CPAs and attorneys are now, because they understand more about how reverse mortgages truly work, they're now recommending reverse mortgages to their clients. So their client comes to me and says, "Hey, Jason, I did everything right. I'm still doing okay, but I want to do the best that I can in retirement. My financial advisor said I need to look at my home equity." So again, looking at a paid off $1 million home, well, if you can get $300,000 to $400,000 out of it, maybe take some money now if you need it, but that's not the point. The point isn't that you need the money right now. The point is that you're using your home to create this big old retirement safety net. So you're dumping, say, 300, and you're not even, when I say dumping, meaning you're just setting it up. You're just setting up this $300,000 or $400,000 line of credit right now at this very instant, which is, what's today? June 9th, June 8th? I think it's June 9th. It's a Friday. Right now, the lines of credit are growing at somewhere between about 7.5% and 8.5%. That means, let me do rough math here, but that means that every single year, your reverse mortgage line of credit is going to grow up. It's going to increase. Let's say it's a $300,000 line of credit at 7%. It's higher than that, but let's just say 7. Every single year, it's going to grow at least $21,000. Then it starts to compound, and you see when I send my clients amortization tables, and they can see down the line, how big is this line of credit going to be in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? When I'm 90, if I'm blessed enough to be around when I'm 90, how big is it going to be? It goes from being a retirement safety net to just being, well, it's just a massive secondary bucket, or sometimes it's the first, sometimes it's your only bucket, but it becomes just this massive, massive branch on your money tree that then down the line, when you need it, you can pluck it, and you can pluck it tax free. And now there's still, and I'm not going into reverse mortgage basics. That's for another video. But with a reverse, you still own the house. You can pay it off at any time. But why would you? Probably won't, because you don't have to. But your house will go to your kids when you pass away. They'll get the house, and they'll probably sell it and make some money off of it. If you never use the line of credit, you don't owe anything besides the closing costs that got financed and the interest on those. So you think, and again, this comes from my empowered, a little bit more, I don't know, educated, but more common sense clients. They think, hey, you know what? I did everything right. I did everything for my kids. They'll get what they get when I'm gone. Might be a little, might be a lot. I have no idea. The magic crystal ball is murky. But right now, at this point in time, for my retirement, I've got to take care of myself. I can't rely on my kids because my kids have their own kids, and it's a blessing that they do. But they have their own families, they have their own expenses, they have their own challenges. They can't float me. They've got to. My kids have got to save for their own retirement. They can't float mom and dad. So when it comes to that, it makes a lot of sense to use your home equity. Again, the kids will get what they get when they get it. But in the meantime, you did a great job of building this equity. And again, maybe it was by accident. You never thought that your house would be worth $1 million when you bought it for 250. But it is. Congratulations. I mean, it's a function of the economy, but now we can actually use it. There's a saying that it's a cliche, and you've all heard it. I've heard it a billion times, but have your cake and eat it too. You're going to use your home to retire. You're going to save your assets in your retirement account if you have some. At the very least, your retirement account won't be strained as much. And when you use your home for retirement, you can still live there. If this is the place that you want to be in, people will tell me, well, Jason, it seems too good to be true. Like, no, it's an FHA program. There's lots of rules, there's lots of regulation. Honestly, thank God for the regulation that's come over the past 10 years. They've made these reverses very safe and very, very secure. So this is just a way, and I'll get off my soapbox in a second, but if you're not sure that your money is going to last as long as you're going to last, which is a very, very valid concern, by the way. You probably feel it. And I bet your neighbors and your friends, you don't like to talk about it. Nobody wants to talk about it. But I imagine everybody feels the same way. Man, the market's down. What am I going to do? I want to retire. I want to live my best retirement. These are the golden years, not the bronze years. You know what I'm saying? If you need a little help getting there, then you absolutely need to investigate your home equity. Yes, if you use a reverse mortgage, the kids are going to get less. So you have to be okay with that. But that is the great reverse mortgage controversy, right? Are you going to use your assets for yourself, or are you going to save them for your kids? And think about it this way. You build up or some people build up tremendous wealth in their 401ks, in their investments. And yes, can you pass those to your kids? Absolutely. But are you going to not live your best retirement and hoard your 401k or hoard your investments for your kids? No. Over the years, you bought these, you've acquired these, you're going to draw them down. And when you pass away many moons from now, because you're loved and your kids love you, your kids will get what they get and they'll be happy to. And if they're like the majority of the adult children that I speak with, shoot, almost half of the reverses that I do, they come to me from adult children. They're either referred in by a financial advisor, or maybe they see one of these videos on YouTube. But they're referred in, they say, man, mom and dad, they're having a tough time. They did a great job raising me. I won't kick any money that they give me down the line. I won't kick it to the curb. But in the meantime, I want them. It's mom's money. It's not my money. I want mom and dad to live the best, the most empowered, get the best retirement that they can possibly live. I want them to feel comfortable. I want them to be healthy. I want them to visit me and their grandkids and spend time with us, and not face this weight on their shoulders. That's what the majority, over 90% of the adult children that come to me think. Then again, you get the 10% that think like, oh well, my dad's going to put a lien on his house. I'm going to get less money. Okay. Well, are you helping out dad? No, I'm not. Some kids, fortunately, very few of them are in it for themselves. But again, vast majority of the adult children, probably your kids, they're thinking like, hey, this is mom's house. She did a great job raising me. She did a great job, putting food on the table, educating me, teaching me to do the right things. And now, if mom needs to use her equity, just like she's using her investments, just like she's using her 401k, we're not arguing about that. We're not thinking about that. But if she wants to use her home like her investments, if it's where she wants to live and she wants to be there for the rest of her life, who am I to get between that? Mom needs to do what mom needs to do. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. I hope this makes sense. That was the great reverse mortgage controversy. I appreciate you sticking with me, and I like to get this off my chest too, because again, the vast majority of the folks that I work with they're just wonderful people that need a little bit of help. And fortunately, they've built up the home equity to where they can use this little tool to use their equity to help them and to again live the best retirement that they can live. So if you're in that case, if you're an adult child and you want to look into this for your folks, I'd be glad to help. If you're a senior and things are a little bit maybe not tight right now, maybe they are tight, then I absolutely help you. But even if you're looking 10, 15 years down the line and you think like, wow, at the rate I'm going with the economy where it is, again, I don't know if my retirement assets are going to last as long as I'm lasting, as long as I'm here, then I'd be glad to help. Again, my name is Jason. You've seen my information flashing at the bottom of the screen, but if you give me a ring, it's 888-309-9705. You can email me, jason@keyhomelending.com, or if you want to schedule an appointment to speak, or if you want to just see what other seniors feel about reverse mortgages, the process they went through, and kind of how I help them, you can go to www.reversequotes.com. All right, that's all I have. I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoy making this for you. And if you want to see more information about reverses and you're not ready to pick up the phone and have a conversation, stay tuned to this channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate you if you like the video. Actually, that would be great. But about once a month or so, I put out a video just with where the reverse mortgage loan sizes are for the month. We have specific videos on lines of credit, jumbo reverse mortgages, buying your home using a reverse mortgages, using reverse mortgage, basically anything that I can think that can help you. We have videos on the reverse mortgage fees, the rates, all that stuff that other people aren't talking about. So anyway, feel free to reach out. Definitely subscribe to the channel if you are not. And listen, if you do reach out, if you need help, I'll do my very, very best for you. All right, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.